13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
It's another cold and quiet start to the day, but if you're looking for some warmer weather, we finally have some of that on the way this week. I'll have those details coming up.
A crash in Putnam County leaves 2 people dead. What the sheriff says happened as a driver traveled on US 441. Plus, a group in Macon could soon have a new director. The 4 finalists Bibbs Planning and Zoning Commission are looking at for the job.
Remember that bridge that the truck hit on I-16 just past Dublin? Well, work is getting started on it, and I'm going to tell you what you need to know if you're headed that way.
Well, good Monday morning. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon. The time is now 6:31 on this last day of January the 31st. Thank you so much for continuing your morning with us. I'm Wanye Reese and taking that live look over downtown Macon. I know it's looking good, but Courtney, looks can be a little deceiving sometimes.
That's right. Yeah, it is still very cold out there, but compared to where we were over the weekend, it's actually warmer. 39 right now in the city of Macon. So if you compare this to this time yesterday where we were around 21, 22 degrees, that's 15 plus degrees warmer. And this is part of what to thank for that. South wind at 5 miles per hour that's pulling in a warmer air mass from the Gulf of Mexico. So we will be thankful for that. Area wide, we're generally in the mid to upper 30s, 37 in Gordon, 34 in Forsyth, 39 in Cochran and in Montezuma. Butler, you're at 41 this morning and 36 in Wrightsville. So while it is warmer out there, you're still definitely going to need to grab that coat for the start of the day. All is quiet here on live radar, nothing to be found, and that's how it's going to be all day long. We'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies for the morning. And then as we head through lunchtime, we'll start to see a decrease in cloud cover, so mostly sunny skies will be on the way for your Monday afternoon, and temperatures today will climb into the low to mid 60s. We do have some warmer air than this on the way. How about some 70s? I'll let you know when that will return to the forecast and when rain will return to the forecast. That's all in just a few minutes.
Well, thank you, Courtney. 2 people are dead and 2 others hurt after a wreck in Putnam County. Sheriff Howard Sills says it happened around 6:30 last night at the intersection of US 441 and Union Chapel Road. He says 53-year-old Russell Denham drove his car north on US 441 when he crashed into the back of 33-year-old Jose Tzi's car. Both men went to the hospital and should be okay. There were 2 passengers in Tzi's car, though, who both died. Sheriff Sills says the accident is still under investigation, and the sheriff's office anticipates filing charges. Well, this morning we're working to learn more about a traffic accident in Houston County that left a person dead. County Fire Chief Chris Stoner says the call came in around 6:30 last night. He says a vehicle hit a person at Highway 247 and Old State Route 96 near Von Air. The sheriff's office is in charge of the investigation and will give us some more updates a little bit later on this morning once they do become available. Warner Robins police are looking for this man who they believe shot another man in the face and then stole a car. The police department says it happened around 2 yesterday morning. Officers responded to a shots fired call near the Smokes 2 restaurant on Russell Parkway. They found a 21-year-old man shot in the parking lot of Atomic Tattoo. He went to the hospital and should be okay. Officers say the shooter drove away in a light blue 2009 Hyundai Sonata with a Florida tag. It would look similar to this one right here that you see here on your screen. The tag number, it's 95ATPN. Police say the man shot and the victim of the car theft knew the shooter. All right, let's get you to some news that's happening across the state. 6 people are safe after a plane had to make an emergency landing in Athens. The plane was headed from Orlando, Florida to Greensboro, Georgia. Athens Clark County police say a little after 1 yesterday afternoon, there was a problem with the plane's landing gear. The plane diverted its route to Ben Epps Airport and circled around several times in order to land. Authorities say it had to perform a belly landing. You see it right there on your screen. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. The 6 people on board included 4 passengers, the pilot and co-pilot. A 7-year-old is now hurt after another kid accidentally shot him in Snellville. Police there are investigating the situation after a 9-year-old accidentally shot the kid with a gun left in a car while an adult went to pick up food at a Chipotle yesterday. The 7-year-old went to the hospital. A Cobb County teacher now faces charges of unlawful eavesdropping and cruelty to children. Deputies arrested the Blackwell Elementary teacher last week after the educator was allegedly involved in illegal activity. We don't know yet what that activity was exactly, but a booking report shows the teacher faces 3 counts of unlawful eavesdropping or surveillance and cruelty to children, both felonies. Jail records show the educator is out of jail on a $15,000 bond. Well, Georgia drivers, be prepared to pay over a nickel a gallon more on gas this week. AAA says you're now paying an average of $3.20 a gallon. Trust me, my bank account feels every bit of that. Today's average is 7 cents more than a week ago. If you're looking to save, AAA says the least expensive metro markets in the state are Columbus, Albany, and Warner Robins. The international city average is $3.13 a gallon. Savannah leaders are considering changes to the city's St. Patrick's Day celebration, hoping to cut down on public drunkenness and boost business at local bars and restaurants. Mayor Van Johnson says an advisory committee recommended doing away with permits for outdoor beer and food vendors on the days surrounding the March 17th parade. The proposal also calls for ending live outdoor concerts on Savannah's riverfront and denying parking permits for party buses that are coming from out of town. The city council is expected to take up the changes later on next week. Johnson says officials are moving forward with plans to bring back Savannah's St. Patrick's Day parade this year after canceling the past two because of COVID-19. The Macon-Bibb County Planning and Zoning Commission could soon welcome new leadership. The group set to vote on a new executive director tomorrow. In September, 37-year veteran of the office Jim Thomas announced his plans to retire. After months of gathering applications and interviewing candidates, they have 4 finalists running for the position. They include Charles Finkley, Corey Hull, Sungmin Kim, and Jeffrey Rugeyer. All but Finkley are certified by the American Institute of Certified Planners. Well, Bibb County commissioners will meet tomorrow on an item on the agenda that could mean extra money for some workers. Commissioner Virgil Watkins wants to hand out American CARES Act funds to the Superior Court Clerk's office. It's meant to show appreciation for employees who work through the pandemic. The ordinance shows that Watkins wants to set aside $50,000 to give, quote, premium pay, end quote, to employees. The commissioners say the court clerk's office is one of the departments that the pandemic impacted most in terms of interaction with the public and positive cases in the office. If passed, employees will get $1,000 each after taxes. Now for a story that comes straight from the heart. As a Mercer alum diagnosed with kidney failure in 2019 hopes to one day pursue his dream of becoming a doctor, but to help him do that, he's still looking for a kidney transplant. During a 2019 internship, Bhavan Patel acted as a patient for medical students learning routine skills. But during the program, he got life-changing news. While the students took turns checking Patel's blood pressure, the readings kept getting higher and higher. Patel then scheduled a doctor's appointment, finding out he had kidney failure. Patel graduated from Mercer last May with a degree in biochemistry and molecular biology. Despite his health struggles, he still has hopes of becoming a doctor or a transplant surgeon.
I kind of changed my perspective on it. Rather than thinking that I'm the victim, like maybe I had to go through this to find something that I was missing in my life to get to my end goal.
I'm hoping that he can accomplish all of his goals. Now, right now, Patel is still on the Emory University's kidney transplant wait list. We have more information in this story on 13WMAZ.com if you want to consider becoming a kidney donor for this Mercer alum. Well, the time is now 6:39 a.m. and I just always say, if you do feel just convicted to do it, definitely become an organ donor.
Yeah.
So, if something, God forbid, does happen to you, you can continue to help others.
That's right. And we've seen so many of those stories. You'll see them on those heartfelt videos that come up on Facebook. Yep. People who have their, relative's heart or something like that. I mean, and it does. It helps people like that young man.
Exactly.
Who are trying to also help make a difference.
Legacy lives on.
That's it. I'd love to see it. All right, everybody. Well, we also love to see some warmer weather that's going to be on the way. You see, we topped out at 63 yesterday. The average high temperature being 61 degrees. So we actually were a little bit above that after a morning, though, in the low 20s. If you walked out around sunrise yesterday, which is around 7:30, you felt every bit of that low 20. Now take a look at the sunset hour. This is something that I didn't notice. Of course, I kind of just don't pay attention to the sunset time anymore. I just know that it's thankfully before my bedtime right now. But we are officially past 6 o'clock for sunset hour, 6:07. So no more sunsets in the 5 o'clock hour, which I'm sure for a lot of you is very welcomed. Now that means we're heading closer and closer to spring. I can't wait. Spring brings warmer weather, brings all the colors back, but also my birthday is in spring. Okay, everybody, cold front draped over the area. I will get to the weather now, and this is helping to increase our cloud cover, adding just a little bit of extra lift in the atmosphere. And in the meantime, working in tandem, essentially, this area of high pressure to our south, pulling in wind out of the south-southwest. What does that mean? We're under the influence of the Gulf of Mexico, so that's helping to pull in a warmer and slightly more moist atmosphere, so that is allowing to build the cloud cover. As a meteorologist, I should get used to saying the word that I just said, but moist is one of the words I just hate saying, but you can't really get around it sometimes. 35 right now in the city of Perry. It is a cold morning. You are going to need to grab that jacket as you get ready to head out the door. Area-wide, we're generally in the mid to upper 30s, 39 in Montezuma and in Macon, 37 in Warner Robins and in Gordon, 35 in Forsyth, 36 in Dublin and in Wrightsville to get the day started. Definitely warmer than this time yesterday, but still cold. Through the day today, low 60s, mostly sunny skies. We'll start the day with partly to mostly cloudy skies, and then clouds will gradually decrease through the day, leading to a beautiful Monday. We'll stay in the 30s through around 8 o'clock. Of course, that's going to encompass a lot of your commute to work today, so just keep in mind you're going to walk out the door to the 30s, and then we'll budge into the 40s by around 9 o'clock. The next couple of days, low 60s, 63, 64. Some of us maybe even in the mid 60s if you're south of Macon, as our wind coming in out of first the southwest, then the southeast over the next couple of days will help pull in that warmer air, especially if you're south of Macon. But take a look at this. Boy, am I excited for Thursday. Low 70s. It's been a very long time since we've seen that, but that's going to be brief. We will have a cold front move in and cool us down just in time for the weekend. And that will, of course, be thanks to a cold front that will also bring us a rain chance and keep a rain chance in the forecast through the weekend. This is going to stall to our south. A low will ride along it, helping to keep us unsettled Saturday, Sunday, maybe into Monday. Models are hinting we could pick up maybe 4 inches of rain as we head Friday through the start of next week. Some impressive totals potentially by the end of it. So the next couple days dry with temperatures in the low 60s, small rain chances Wednesday and Thursday, and then we pick up rain chances and cool down through the weekend.
Well, coming up next on 13 WMAZ Morning.
It is such a benefit to the schools and the district.
Students will soon need to carry an ID card, how the new system works, and why the school district says it will help keep your kids safe. That story is coming up right after the break. Stay with us.